of the market, the trends. Still, everything is in the rise. Not the inventory, unfortunately, but the rest is. So that's once again, finishing strong, as we like to do. Always start strong and finish stronger, right? So, and then we have Laura Peterson with the risk management team over here. She's the CEO of the company and a mediator herself, and she's going to talk about the do not call list. Some of you attended the session that we had, I think, last week. And so kind of more insight, etc. So tons of value right over there. Anyway, if you join us, the panelists, thank you. Just make sure to mute yourself, and we're going to get to you right after the stats. So let's go here. Okay, Rich, just thumbs up if you see my screen, just to make sure. All right, thank you. And let's, Ana Silva. Yes. It's your lucky day.
All right.
Can you see what?
I can't see part of it.
Okay, hold on. It's kind of weird over here. Sorry about that. Let me try again over here like that.
You have to guess what it says.
Yeah,
it's
guess
a
what it
fill in
says.
the blank
Okay,
situation.
there you go. Go for it.
Okay, gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings, turning routine jobs into joy and change ordinary opportunities into blessings.
Well timed just before Thanksgiving, right? So what does it mean to you, Alan?
I'll just be grateful for everything we have. Coming from that point of just true gratefulness and just sincere. That's how I see it.
Yeah, and just happened to be the perfect guy for the job as well, to carry that, right? Just always coming from gratitude and appreciation in what you have. I think it goes well with humility too. So that's a bit, great combination. So early happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We don't have a meeting next week because of that. So thank you for sharing. All right. Congrats to some of our producers. Halley?
Yes, congratulations to Joni. So Joni is relatively newish in the business, but definitely building the business on her own. She came to us, probably February, March of this year?
Just right into pandemic, like welcome.
Right into the middle of it. And she was like, I'm going to build my business. And look, she's already kept.
Amazing.
Worked so hard. Congratulations, Joni. You absolutely deserve it. And enjoy 100%.
Yeah.
Right?
Congrats.
Congrats.
Good job. Good job. And
oh, yeah. And Penny. Oh, Penny. Yeah. We have quite a few cappers. Penny's not here today. But congratulations, Penny. This is like the queen of Rossmore. And not only is she a great agent, but you guys haven't checked out her pictures of her holiday decorations. They're absolutely fabulous. Drive by her house. Apparently she has a really annoying song that's playing 24/7 that her neighbors love. But congrats, Penny. All your hard work has paid off. I know it's not been easy for you, but you just keep working really hard. And you totally deserve it.
Penny by penny.
Great job.
Good job. Thank you.
Job.
Good job. And we have the Jones team.
The Shannon Jones team.
Yay.
Is there anyone in here? No,
Right here.
They're all in their office working really hard. I'm sure you guys are watching here on the video, but congratulations, Shannon. You and your team, they're absolute powerhouse. They've gained some new team members that I know are a wonderful addition to your already working business model. So congratulations. We're so proud of you.
Yeah, amazing. Congrats again. Coastal rocks this week.
We had lots of cappers here.
Thank you. Yes, yeah. And do you want to also welcome Christine?
Yes, Christine Yakubian. She is a new commercial agent coming to us from another company. She's going to be working with Jason Default, who's going to be helping her out. Very nice gal, and she's going to step into that world of commercial. Yeah, and welcome Shirley Seaton to the West Side office. Also, she has some background, some experience. She's used to be a full-time nurse. And transitioning to real estate as well. So welcome to the team. Yeah, love that.
Welcome everybody. Rich Pizzani, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's feel to be 40 years old.
I think your screen's a little fuzzy, but okay. So is this my time to talk?
No, I just want to say this thing. Say happy birthday, Rich. Give me a shout out. We can't give you enough love. So,
Thank you.
but your time is in a minute, so don't go anywhere, please.
All right.
We also have a muffin for you.
All right.
All right. Mena, happy 1 year work anniversary. Good to have you. Thank you for incredible work and consistency and just making a massive difference with our Calabasas community. Oh, there she is in the back over there. Thank you over there, Calabasas at the temp space. Thanks, Mena. Congrats. All right, let's go over. You know what, Rich? You take it. Go from here. It's yours next.
Okay. I just have a couple of things to bring up. As many of you know, the DRE, for those of you who had licenses that were expiring, they extended it to the end of the year. Well, they've now extended it even farther. So if your license is set to expire between April 16th of this year and June 29th of next year, you have until June 30th to renew your license. So that you've now been extended all the way. You don't have to worry about it until the middle of next year. So that's good news for a lot of people. And I brought this up a couple of weeks ago from our CAR meetings. NAR met last week, the National Association of Realtors, and we knew this was coming. They've made a change to Article 10 of the Code of Ethics. And Article 10, for those of you who don't know, is discrimination of the protected classes, sex, race, all those federally protected classes. So in a transaction, we all know that we can't discriminate to those protected classes. It's a violation of Article 10. They've added a standard of practice, standard of practice 10.5, and what that extends that discrimination to your personal social media postings, all of that. So even if you're not in a transaction, and as an agent in your personal views, if they contain hate speech or any discrimination against those protected classes, it would be a violation. You could be brought up on a violation of the Code of Ethics, Article 10, and you could lose your realtor status. So it's a very controversial change for NAR, but they are moving forward on it, and usually when they make changes to the articles, they become effective at the beginning of the year. This is effective immediately. So it was enacted last week. So effective immediately, you can be brought up on a violation for Article 10.5. So, and a lot of people say, well, we do have free speech. Yes, we do have free speech, but their view is that this is a trade organization, and in order to be a member of this organization, they can regulate how you act, and the violation for that is that you can lose your realtor status. And so just be careful what you post. That's all I can say right now. So there'll be a lot of discussion in the months to come about this. And if you ever want to know what NAR is doing or what their committees are doing, I just put it in the chat. It's called the Hub, and there's a lot of good information from NAR, what they're doing in their committees and whatnot. And as a member, you have access to that. So that's it for me.
Thanks, Rich. Good stuff. Once again, happiest birthday today. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right. If you have any questions, email Rich directly as well. Let's go over stats, see what the trend looks like last month. Pretty much, once again, consistent with the previous last few months. different numbers, but the same percentages, more or less. Long Beach, inventory for sale versus sold and pended, those pending and pended, those are that went into escrow that specific month. Okay, so if it would have said pending, meaning those also that carried from previous months. This is just fresh for for October only, right? So as you can see, drop of 15% in the inventory, active inventory last month in Long Beach alone, but almost 26% increase in what closed, right? 26% increase. It's just big numbers, big jump. And 33% more went into escrow last month compared to October of last year. So once again, it's seems like Long Beach is consistent in the sense of the how many units closing, etc., or the percentages more accurately. There's today's stats, but the team was, as you can see, did this prep slide on the 12th, so we're kind of missing a few days, but almost double this month of November, half month already, almost doubled how many units sold in November compared to last year in Long Beach only, right? 90% increase. I'm not sure what for the 18th, but this shows about 12 days into the month, which is incredible. Sales price, as you can see, keep climbing up slowly, but sorry, actually it's more than just slowly. It's 20% increase in October compared to last year. Right now, the median price is almost 809 compared to 674 last year in Long Beach, October 9, 2019. And when it comes to desert market, as we keep seeing, it's faster closings. Right now, it's 29 days on the market, which is a 20% drop from last year, which the average was 36 days. So 29 days. If you're running an offer and you want to be competitive, the tricky part is, once again, you have to have a super solid lender and a responsible buyer. We went through all kind of horrific deals recently, various escrows that the buyer, they have things that they didn't even do anything wrong, right? Like didn't apply for credit card or anything irresponsible, but something came up from the past, all kind of things. And if you really have a good seller on the other side, patient, then you can extend maybe to 60-day escrow, 45 or whatever, like what happened, some of them. Otherwise, it's a disaster. So once again, don't rush into writing an offer. Make sure that you know exactly who you're working with, and make sure that your lender is the best that you can ask for. West Side. Inventory, as you can see, also in the rise, which is great. It's a higher price point over there, so it's good to see that this one is moving too, especially right now, kind of the last quarter of the year. Overall, almost 14% increase in the inventory, which is kind of different than other markets, and almost 7% increase in what sold. It's almost the same units, 32 compared to 30 last month. And the average price dropped by about 32%. Right now is 4.1 mil compared to 6.1 mil last year in that area. Once again, mostly high-end, not just, but mostly higher price point. Desert market, 64 days currently compared to 86. It's kind of pretty much the same numbers from September. So that's it goes over there. You have to have extra patience in that area if you sell the higher end, just because there's longer escrows. Even though we had escrow today, we're going into opening escrow today over there in Mount Olympus, and it's 14 days escrow. It's all cash. So it depends on the type of buyer, etc., and how good the property is. Calabasas, drop of 21, almost 22% inventory. Last year it was almost 400 homes. October last month only 311. The sold and dependent are increasing, great numbers too. 15% sold and dependent. So a lot of those are going to close hopefully going to close the next, I guess, few days and into next month. Whatever the length of escrow is. Average price increased by almost 25% of the active listings, and 23.4% on what's sold. Right now it's 1.262 compared to just over $1 million, which is something, it's a pretty incredible price point over there. This is not only Calabasas, this is for also the some areas over there like Woodland Hills, West Hills, etc. So also reflecting the lower price point, lower as in 700 more or less. And days on market, look at the numbers over there. 27 last month compared to 65 October of last year. That's almost 60% drop. So things are moving fast over there. And we can feel it that before even hit the market. A lot of deals closing internally. Or once again, like fast escrow. So that's super interesting. Kind of went over, fast over this, but you guys got the point of what's going on. And once again, the trend is pretty consistent, as I mentioned, the past few months, which is it's a good trend, right? The only gap of you is the inventory. So, and later today, you guys are going to get an email with the recordings of this meeting and copy of those slides so you can use them. And let's go to our affiliates and see. Not sure who's in the call. I didn't see who's the call yet. So open your mic, guys, and let's hear from you. What you guys see, feel, hear out there. We can start with, we don't have title or lenders today. That's interesting. Kim, can you just check with Jojo, please? Maybe they're on the other side. And I have Alex over here. Thanks, Alex. And maybe I don't see the others. Alex, open up. Talk to us.
I'm trying to. Give me one sec.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Can you not see me?
We can see you, hear you. You're looking good, looking sharp.
All right. Thank you. Hey, everyone. Alex Scarianale Financial. Happy early Thanksgiving, as everyone said. We are super grateful for your business and support down here in Long Beach. I think what Meny has iterated just in terms of the speed and the amount of offers and just how crazy this purchase market is what I have to say as well. It's really surprising to me, but it is something that, we're ramping up and we're able to adhere to. I constantly get calls. Hey, can we reduce contingencies to 10 days or 14 days and reduce purchase or close of escrows to 25 days? And if the file's clean and the client is pre-approved and they've been with me for a while, it's possible. As Meny pointed out, we have to really be on the ball, and everyone has to be doing their share of work, because it's not just me that it takes to close in 25 days. It's escrow, it's insurance, it's title, it's appraisal. There's so many people that come into play for these transactions to finish. But it's doable. It's definitely doable. Rates are still incredibly low. Conforming high balance stuff in the 2.5 to 2.75 range. Jumbo loans around 3%. FHA, VA rates also in the mid twos. Clients are refinancing left and right as well right now. So if you've had a client that maybe just got their job back after being out for the pandemic, that would be a client who would probably now be someone that could refinance and we could save some money for. So definitely see if you can reach out to those types of clients. We're here to help. I definitely see rates staying low. I don't know if they're going to be going lower, but I definitely see them staying low here for the foreseeable future. And that's all I got.
Thanks, Alex. Good insight. Appreciate it. Let's go into Mindy. If you have anything to add about the market, what you see, any trends. I know that our title guys want to do other links, so they're gonna join us in a few. Mindy.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much, Meny. It's great to see all of you. Because the NHD report is required on all transactions, And a lot of people want to know, are they in a fire zone or a flood zone? And are they going to have to pay insurance? So don't forget that when you're the listing agent, you can get this report when you get the listing. You don't have to wait for escrow to open. You can get it for free, no money up front. Call us, email us, go online and order it, get it in about 15 minutes. And that way, if people, a lot of savvy people out there have bought property before, and especially in those high fire zones, they really want to know, before maybe even putting the deposit down, am I in that particular hazardous zone? So we're here to keep you safe and protected. And as well as the flood zone, don't forget that if you're doing leases, it is also required by law to provide the NHD if you're in or out of a flood zone to that renter. So they have a choice to get the insurance or not.
Right.
So if you ever have questions on the report, I'm here to be of service and help you guys. And I too agree, we just are grateful for every day and live it the best we can right now during this situation. And I miss seeing all of you live, but this is great. So thanks again for having me. I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Meny. And good share about the renters as well. You can't forget those, right? Jessica, what do you have?
Good,
Oh,
you guys hear me?
Hi.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm here on behalf of Christy and myself. Thank you so much for your continued business and support. And those of you who are writing Old Republic home warranty on your contracts, we so appreciate you. Just a few little reminders for you guys. Under normal circumstances, we bring you these service cards to the office where we're letting you know what's going on with your past clients' home warranties. Just keep an eye out in your email. We're emailing them during quarantine. Okay. So, but these are great. It's just a conversation starter, letting you know what's going on with the past client's home warranty and letting you know when we've performed a service. These are all recent local homeowners. Here we did $3,000 on an air conditioner, $2,700 on plumbing, $2,400 on an air conditioner, $1,700 on a water heater, $2,600 on a water heater, $1,900 on a heater. So these are really good conversation starters, and hopefully they're happy clients. Just a reason for you to pick up the phone, touch base, and of course, always ask your clients for referrals. Another reminder with Thanksgiving coming up, summer has passed. A lot of people let the whole summer go by. They never touch their oven. It gets too hot, right? And now Thanksgiving's coming. They're going to be entertaining. They want to cook all the fixins and make a turkey, and their oven's not working. So another good conversation starter for you guys right now is just remind your clients to check their oven temperature, make sure it's working properly now before everyone starts to panic next week. It happens every year. We get the panicked phone calls. People's ovens aren't working. Sometimes the calibration just needs to be adjusted on the thermostat, which is actually a really quick fix. And most oven manufacturers can walk you through it over the phone. So just a little tip for you guys, another conversation starter with your clients. The latest we have in updates on coverage is our relationship with Porch and Fortegra, which is our tech and handyman services. I will put a link in the chat where you can find out more information about that. Or of course, you can always reach out to Christy or myself, call, text, email, Facebook. We're here for you guys. We appreciate you guys, and we want to help you finish the fourth quarter strong. So just let us know how we can be of service.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you.
Yeah, good insight about the time. Just life and death situation right there. Thank you. Jojo, are you doing the call? See your name. Don't see you.
I'm here.
Anything that you want to add about what you see and experiencing the last month or so since the last meeting?
Yeah, just a couple of things, and most of it echoes what Alex said on the rates. Rates are down. In the last couple of weeks, I don't know if you've seen the Dow Jones and the equities market has suffered. Good for the rates, because the rates today are even lower than it was 30 days ago. So today's message, the takeaway today is, if you got clients that are on the wings on whether they want to get in the market now, it would be best advice to do so, because they can get in, lock in a 30 to 45 to 60-day rate and really get a good bargain for their money. That, just like Alex said, we see it. Well, when I say we economists, I consider myself one of those guys sometimes. We project that we're going to have this current trend all the way through the end of the year. So you know how it is in the holiday season. The buyers say, we'll wait. Well, That may not be the case for rates in January. So that would be the selling pitch today. I get that. I want to wait till January. But listen, if you want to get in at a good rate for your future home, it's a good time right now. Take a look. Let me quote it for you and let me show you what it's like. Your payment wise will be much more affordable this month as if waiting in January and February. That's probably my takeaway. And by the way, another one is today we're teaching affordable lending for buyers, first-time home buyers today at 2 o'clock. We have a webinar and I have a speaker coming in from one of our investors to talk about the down payment assistant, manufactured home, and renovation homes for those of us investors that want to get in and properties that are distressed. We have that information for you from 2 to 3 today. That's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the share. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for the insight. And once again, if you guys have any questions, whoever's on the call, on the meeting, just please reach out to our experts, our affiliates, and get more information. Up next, we have Laura Peterson with our real estate risk management company. She's the CEO and also a mediator. You saw her, if you're a coastal agent, you know her personally, and other offices, you probably saw her and her team on some of our classes on a regular basis. So we have her actually here live in the Long Beach office. Laura, come up here. Good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, I got you over here.
Oh, you got me over there? Okay.
Yeah, I'll put your slides up. You
Great.
can present to us. And it is, it's almost there. Let me just make sure. Jessica, can you see the slides? Just thumbs up. Okay, thank you.
Great. All right. Well, thank you everyone for having me here today. It's nice to be back. It's been a while. So I know we did this class a while ago, but I decided to put together a PowerPoint to give you guys more information. This PowerPoint is going to be left with you, so you have it for your reference. This is in regards to the do not call registry. The days of old where you could just pick up the phone and telemarket to anyone, those are in the past. Those rules no longer apply, and there's big violations if you call a residential cell phone or home phone and telemarket to them without their permission. So we're going to go over all the rules and regulations today. If you have questions, raise your hand, or everybody knows you can reach me on the 800 number. And if I don't have the answer to the question, I will make sure that I get it for you. So this is the Telephone Consumer Protection Act. Now, what this is about is the law that went into act in 1991, protecting consumers from unsolicited telephone calls. Now, that can be, just so everyone knows, it's a home phone, a cell phone, and text messages are included. So just remember those three things when you are marketing to someone. Next slide, please. So make sure that the phone number you are calling or texting to is not on the do not call database. Now, you can go to telemarketing-do-not-call.gov. There is a cost to access this. This is not a free cross-reference service. You have to actually pay to have access to it. Some services are less expensive, some are more. All I have to say is if you are utilizing a company that says they scrub the list for you, make sure you have a hold harmless agreement with them that if they have a number on there and it violates the do not call registry, that they are responsible for all your legal fees, court costs, and any settlement you might be faced to pay. Okay, this is about sales calls to telephones registered on the do not call list. If the purpose of the call is to discuss with a FSBO, so for sale by owner, you can call a for sale by owner if you have a buyer for their property. What you can't do is you can't solicit them to be the agent. Okay, you cannot do that. So don't go in there thinking, well, I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to get this listing. Because if you do that, you can be brought up in the violation and you can face penalties. Okay, calls from a business that had contact with a consumer up to 18 months. I really stress this. You should be reaching out to your clients every 6 months. So think of it, you go to the dentist every 6 months, right? You get your teeth cleaned. Okay, that can be the time that you're gonna reach out to your client base, send them a text message, give them a phone call, keep that relationship always moving forward. Because unless they say, don't call me again, you can keep calling them. So every 6 months, or at least just once a year. Okay, an established business relationship with a company does not extend to affiliated companies. So you need to make sure that when you are talking to someone, you have permission to call them. You have permission to text message it out to them. Okay, calls from a business where a consumer made an inquiry or applied IA rent application are permitted for up to 3 months. Okay, so if somebody puts in an application to rent a specific property and they didn't get that property and you found another property for them, that will extend out for 3 months. Okay, do not call the seller of an expired listing. That is really important because a lot of agents think, oh, the listing expired, now they're freaking. If that person is on the do not call registry, you call them, you offer your services to them, you can be brought up in violations. Okay, the telephone call made from a place to business is allowed. Business to business marketing is always allowed. Okay, that's not a violation. It is the residential and cell phones that are a violation. But be careful because if a business is located within a residential area and you make that call and they have the phone there registered because they forwarded the phone to the home phone, it can be brought up. There have been some cases in regards to that. Okay. Do not make prohibited calls without signed written permission. Consent for communications, the CAR form, CFC. I love that form. That has protected a lot of my agents. So please make sure if you have that available, that you have the client fill that out so you have something in writing that says they want you to call, they're giving you permission to market to them. That can be a list. I know right now open houses are very strict. But in the future, having a list where people are writing down their information, always keep that. Remember, they're going back 4 years and violating people. Okay, when the license calls, a licensee must give their name, the company name, telephone number, or address of where the licensee may be contacted. You cannot, I know 900 numbers are no longer really around, but this is in the law, so we got to tell you. And you cannot have a 900 number where you would be, the person would be charged for calling you. Okay, do not call a potential client from somebody that says, hey, I know a nice realtor, I'm going to have them call you. And you call that person and that person is on the do not call registry. You can be charged with violation. So tell your friend that, hey, you know what? Can you connect them with me? Can you have them call me or have them shoot me a text message? Because if you've received a text message from someone, there's your proof, there's your permission. Do not delete those text messages. That is going to be your get out of jail free card in the future. Yes.
You're saying if you refer me to somebody and I call them, I can be in violation if they're in the DNC?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So ask for text messages. That is the best way because then you have written permission. You can always send an email, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, automated calls. I don't like automated calls. I don't. I had to put this up here because this is part of the legal presentation, but automated calls, there are so many rules and regulations. Does anyone here use automated calls?
But a lot of people use automated texts. There are a lot of systems like Lion's Nest and things that send out automated texts.
Yes.
Same thing applies. So
same exact thing applies. So make sure whoever you are marketing to that they're not in violation. And if you're using a company, again, that company is going to indemnify you. Very, very important. Do we have a question up there, Meny?
We'll get into that.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
You have time. You're
Okay,
good.
no, yeah, okay, great. Okay, so this is auto dial calls must be pre-recorded and have an opt-out mechanism. That includes text messages. Remember, it's gotta have the opt-out. Auto dial calls to landlines are permitted, but note the landline numbers can be routed to mobile phones, and some consumers have their cell phone on the do not call and others don't have their home phone. So be real careful with that. Okay, a consent must be signed by the person that you call to clearly authorize a pre-recorded or auto dial calls to that person. Remember, anything in writing. We've got to have things in writing. If the person is not required to sign the agreement directly or indirectly, written consent can be through paper or electronic means, including website forms. Remember, have a client portal or send you, are you interested? Have them send that back to you. And if they do, there's your documentation that they've given you permission. Just remember, paperwork, it's a paper trail, and always keep it. Okay, auto dial pre-recorded calls must also have an opt-out. The person receiving the calls, I think that's a duplicate slide. Sorry about that. Okay. This is in regards to faxes. I don't think anybody really uses faxes anymore, but just in case. Okay, do not do advertising via faxes. It is a violation. The law went into effect last month. Emails. Okay, you can email someone, that's fine, but make sure on your professional page, email pages, you have an unsubscribe button at the bottom. If you have a Gmail account, there's instructions from Google on how to do that. Every kind of server, Yahoo, they all have specific instructions on how to do that. If you are having trouble locating that, give me a call. I have a lot of research that we've done in regards to this. Okay, remember, always get your legal questions answered by an attorney. All of these slides were prepared by the attorneys, okay? So, and laws change quickly. So remember, if you have a legal question, don't say, well, Laura was at my office 2 years ago and she said this. No, laws change. That's why you have us. We are here to make sure that all your legal questions are answered. That can be in regards to marketing and your transactions. So, do we have questions?
Good job, first of all. I'm not gonna quote anybody anymore, basically. And if I do, Rich, please don't report me. So let me see if we have any questions over here. Here, can you read this one from Alon T? I get.
How do we sign up or get linked?
No, this one over
Oh,
here.
sorry. I get unsolicited call all day, every day, even though I am on the do not call. How do I report to them? Okay. You go to the do not call registry. Okay, it's a government website, and you can make reports of unsolicited phone calls if you are on that. Now, remember, as a business person, if you have your real estate cell phone, basically saying, contact me, that's business to business. So just remember that. Your professional phone, if it's shared as your personal phone, they can still try to call you.
Yeah. Other questions, anybody you might have? And I'm guessing it applies to commercial, residential.
Business to business, commercial is considered business to business. So that's a little bit different, yes.
Once they're registered and they've been on a file, even since, and you pull up their name, phone number to check, and they say they've been registered since 1999. Is there a termination date where?
No, once you're on there, you're on there. I've been on there since 2007.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the violations?
Financial. Okay, not only can the government can come after you, and then there's a lot of, as I love to say, do we cheat him, and how attorneys out there that search for plaintiffs in these cases. I just had another client that got brought into a class action lawsuit because the agents were violating us multiple times. So it is financial, and the fines are about $500 per text message or per phone call. But you get into those class action lawsuits, and those can double, triple, sometimes 5 times. And all they're out for is a quick settlement.
And then just to add something about that, I mean, and Rich, you know, if you don't mind sharing maybe a couple of cases we had recently, or I don't have to mention the offices, but I know that we had some kind of, you know, people, you know, like public reaching out and threats and stuff like that.
Yes, we get complaints all the time from people who say they're on the list, and you know they keep getting calls from agents soliciting business. I just was in small claims court because we were sued for violating the do not call list. So it is, and that person was wanted 2,500 per call because they said it was intentional and malicious. So and
we did win this one, right?
We did win. We did win.
Yeah.
But we were lucky because this guy, I mean, it was an expired listing, and thank you for mentioning that, Laura. Because not only is expired listings, it's against MLS rules to contact expired listings. So you know, so when people say I'm calling on expires, I go la 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 la. So it is against the MLS rules, but it was an expired listing. The agent had a client for this property, and she found the seller's number on the internet because he used that number as a business, and that's why it was dismissed, because he used that number as a business and we were calling business to business. So at least that's why we think we never know why it was dismissed, but that's why we think it was.
But as you mentioned, you know, business versus individual, that's
Right.
That's the difference. And one more thing just to add, because there's a lot of cases that, you know, don't go to court or mediations and whatever. The best thing to do is to apologize. You know, if you called someone and this person is like attacking you, whatever, just say, hey, you know, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. I make sure my office will know as well, and let us know, whatever office, email Rich or let the TL or the MC know, hey, I called this number, let's, you know, add it to our list. So we'll, you know, help to spread the word. But apologize usually works the best, unless you have those, you know, rare people that are looking for those things, but it usually works.
So I know there isn't a magical program that we can input a phone number that's going to tell us whether or not they're in the do not call list, but where would any of our agents find the list that we have?
Well, Rich, do you want to answer that? I put the link also in the chat, the do not call.gov.
Right, but we as an office, each office that I'm a broker at, we have gotten that list for certain area codes. I know that coastal properties, I think we have 4 area codes there. Calabasas, we have 2 area codes there. Same with West Side, and those those numbers that are on those area codes are in the intranet at your various offices. So look for it there.
Yes. So MCAs, if you don't mind, send me those emails. Okay, so I'll add to my email today the recap of the summary of the meeting. I'm going to add all those links. I do remember those emails went out to each office, but send to me again. Just need to add those links. You're going to have that information. You can always go once again to the website, the do not call.gov, and get more information. Do not call.gov. Yeah, get more information over there specifically. Jason?
So have they inserted social media in this protocol at all? Like, just so you can contact somebody, not going to call them, but you get through LinkedIn or anything.
I have not heard of anyone being brought up on contacting someone if they've contacted them through social media.
The question, it's kind of too far. The question was, anybody got sued or flagged on contacting someone through social media? The answer is, at least Laura didn't hear about that. Rich, anything that you heard before?
I've not heard about contacting through social media. I mean, that's the purpose of social media, is contacting people.
So yeah, so
yeah,
keep doing that for sure.
Yeah.
Eric.
So if somebody goes in,
either gets their information through social media, like their phone numbers, all that stuff's already out there in the world, right? And they say we are interested in a house, and we follow up on that lead, even though they have their information, coming through that portal.
Right.
Is that okay?
That's okay. If somebody
Even if they're
contacts,
on Do Not Call.
even if they're on the do not call list, but if in any way they have given you some type of printable permission to call them, you can call them and market to them. And then they're in your hub that you can keep marketing to them, like I said, every 6 months, every time you get your teeth cleaned. Remember, reach out to your client base, even if it's just a text message.
I mean, like, I'm in the board trying to buy a car right now, and it's crazy. Like, you put your information in, and it's like bombarded. So, and I go to an unsubscribe after a week,
Right.
So this is common practice.
Yeah.
And until they say you can't call me, or they unsubscribe from you and you receive the email,
Right.
then you can continue to market to them. They're in your hub.
Other questions, anybody?
I just have a comment, Meny.
Yeah.
Don't let this scare you into not working.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
making
sorry.
phone calls.
Yeah.
Because no joke, there, especially some of you new agents, I heard a lot of you make comments that said, oh, well, I'm not going to make calls anymore because I saw Laura's class. And I know, Lauren, I know that's not your intent,
No,
of
it
course,
is
it's
not.
just to inform.
Right.
But don't let it paralyze you.
Right.
Right? Go still make your calls and go through the proper channels.
With that said, what is your suggestion to keeping all of us out of trouble? If you're saying,
Well-
I'm gonna go make my calls and then you guys handle the bill.
No, good.
Sorry.
Obviously don't care.
Good.
I think it's a
No,
good question.
that's a fair question, Margaret.
Yeah.
So first of all, you're independent 1099 business owner, right? We're here to give you guys whatever information and to have layers of support and protection, right? So we are giving the information. So it's a responsibility, whoever's out there, to do your due diligence based on the information we give you. So number one, you should, go to the do not call.gov, do more research. In addition, once again, it's up. Share Laura's presentation. We're gonna have that good, juice of exactly what it is. But do your research. Wait for our email or look the email to be sent. I think it was like a week and a half ago with all the lists based on the areas. And I can tell you this, 100%. Even if you have the list, some cell phones or numbers and whatever don't show up over there for whatever reason. And when you call, the person say like, hey, I'm on the do not call list. Why did you call me? But they're not, like they're not on the actual list. And I have no idea like how it happens and why, but it's not the point. Worst case, apologize, right? Like we don't do anything mean, anything like, if you're a mean agent, well, you're probably in a different company. But just be sincere about what it is and apologize and say, look, I'm sincere. I'll make sure to let my broker know
Yes.
right away. So all our other agents will be aware as well. I truly apologize. And by the way, did you want my full name and DRE number? I'll give it to you right now.
Yeah.
How can you fight me about that? Seriously. So, and then you have also like a track record of what you intended to do. We got you back.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else that what I hear from Laura is we need printable evidence
Yes.
if we ever go down something.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
Well, I think it's kind of like an audit, right?
Right.
What are the chances of being audited, right?
Right.
I mean, it's kind of that thing. Can it happen? Yes, but you just have to do the best you can, right?
Well, exactly. And the unfortunate part is, and yeah, I know I'm scary. I know I'm kind of like a burnery for a real estate.
She's very scary, by the way. Every year, she's very
And
scary.
that's my job, is to keep you guys legally healthy and out of court. So that's my responsibility. No one would ever buy or sell homes from me because I would scare them all off. But yeah, just follow the rules and just remember, just like with an audit, I love that. I'm going to borrow that. Keep the paperwork, okay? And remember with this, they're going back 4 years. This one class action suit, it was actually Facebook posts from the brokerage teaching their agents how to make calls. And it was from like 2017. So yeah, there's a lot of really crummy attorneys out there. So, okay. Well,
Laura.
thank you guys so much for
Thank you.
having me.
Yeah,
I really
good job.
appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you for the share and for the insight and coming all the way from Sacramento. I mean, Come on, no flights. Thank you, Laura.
Okay.
Stephanie is out this week. We know we have Halley. Do you want to, Halley, anything to point out for this week?
No, not necessarily. We have a great calendar today, and Coastal, we have our special lunch right afterwards. If you RSVP'd on that, thanks for coming.
We have a lunch and learn on Monday with Kevin Kelly. He's going to be talking about the changes after the election. It's going to be warm enough outside. If not, it'll be in here. Trying to think what else is coming.
That's it.
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you guys. 2 o'clock today, Has America Financials about the working with the buyers. And we have our coaching session later this afternoon. TC practices tomorrow with Carla, Long Beach TC, and ALC meeting around noon and afternoon. Let me see, that's it for that part. Thanksgiving, I know that we have Coastal, you mentioned, right? We have, is it outside? Still outside? Okay. Are the tent that is still survived somehow the winds of the coast. And then I know that we have kind of like a picnic in the park. It's more like just bring your own stuff and hang out, socially distant with face mask. Kim, want to promote that? It's your flyer.
Hi, sure. So yeah, we'll be at the Encino Park, and it's from 11:30 to 1. And as Meny mentioned, just bring your own lunch. There's lots of picnic tables, and we will provide some drinks, but we're hoping to see all of you and just enjoy some time with each other.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the usual potluck that I like the most, by the way, my favorite time of the year, but that's good enough too. Good job with the Leafs, Kim. Very high tech. That was a fun. Oh yeah.
Can I just real quick?
Yes, but you have to come really close so everybody can see you.
So we've purchased some backpacks from the office that are, am I close enough?
Yes.
So we've purchased some backpacks from the office that are loaded with school supplies. So these are donated. And if anybody would like to purchase one for $25, the backpacks are going to go to the Buffane school for homeless children. And then the $25 that you've donated is going to go to KW Cares. So it's a win-win all the way around.
Yeah.
So
we have a bunch of school supplies. You can Venmo, contact me, contact Deborah Bell, super easy. So if you're in another office and you'd still like to contribute, this is in honor of our agent, Christine Furman, who was very philanthropic. And this was a charity that was near and dear to her heart. So if you'd like to participate, it's only $25. That buys a backpack and a whole set of school supplies.
Thank you.
And thank you. I appreciate that. And then do you mind, Halley, just put on the chat for the group, all the attendees and panelists, like the link to, I don't know, your Venmo, cell phone number, email, whatever they need to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. And go back to my screen over here. Fun times in Coastal this Sunday. We did a little bit, beach walk for like an hour or so. Leroy, thanks for showing up. This guy is walking so fast. You have no idea, by the way. I had to catch up with him. But they catch up with us.
I saw you guys, but I walked the other way with the girlfriend.
You did. We missed you, but we had.
Prettier the other way.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Next time, Dana. We had people coming from North Hills, that's like up in the valley, just to hang out with us. So thank you everybody for showing up. We had KW Calabasas and West Side and Inglewood and Coastal, of course, and Calabasas as well. So thank you guys for showing up. Say again?
Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's do that next time.
Let's do it. I think on the agenda for next month is do like one kayaking in the freezing water, if you dare, and maybe we'll do another watch. So yeah, we have to keep having fun. So Thanksgiving next week, Thursday, Friday, office is gonna be closed. Staff not gonna be here, so probably, some of you are gonna be out there traveling or what have you. So once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you for everything. Grateful for you. And with that, thanks for your time and participation and being here, wherever is in the offices. Rich, happy birthday again. Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a great meeting. Happy birthday, Rich.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.